In those quiet, mysterious moments right before dawn, an ancient story begins to unfold. And believe me, this is a story that holds a powerful secret to living a more peaceful life. Today, we're diving into what's known as an auspicious night.
Okay, just imagine this for a second. You're alone, maybe it's early in the morning, and poof, a celestial being appears right in front of you. But it's not here with some kind of scary warning. Nope, it's here with a question that holds the key to a more skillful, more peaceful way of being. What would you even do?
Well, our story today begins with exactly that kind of encounter. We're heading back to ancient India, to a place famous for its natural hot springs, where something pretty remarkable is about to happen. So picture this. The place is Rajagaha, a big, important city back in the day. And the time? It's that magical, hazy moment just before sunrise when the entire world feels still and quiet. And this is where we meet our main guy, a monk by the name of Samiti. He's just finished bathing in the warm, steamy waters of the Tabata Springs, and he's standing by the edge, just drying off.
And then bam, out of absolutely nowhere, this brilliant, otherworldly light just floods the entire landscape, bathing everything in a radiant glow. A deity has just appeared right in front of our startled monk.
The deity asks a very, very specific question. Samiti, totally confused, has to admit he has no idea what that teaching is. The deity, who also doesn't know the details, gives him a simple mission. Go find the Buddha. Learn this teaching because it's absolutely fundamental to living well. And just like that, the deity vanishes as quickly as it appeared. So you can bet that as soon as the sun was up, Samiti did exactly what he was told. He finds the Buddha, tells him all about the strange pre-dawn encounter, and asks him to explain this auspicious night. The Buddha agrees, but his answer, well, it is not what anyone was expecting. The Buddha begins by reciting a poem in Pali, the ancient language of these texts. Let's just take a second here to listen to the sound of these words. Now, the translation of this first line is both incredibly simple and profoundly deep. What's in the past is already gone. And the future? It hasn't even arrived yet. What a powerful place to start. He keeps going, building on this core idea. You can feel the rhythm and the weight of the poem, can't you? It's pointing us towards something absolutely essential. And this line right here, this is the heart of the whole teaching. The focus isn't on just ignoring the past or future. It's about seeing what's happening right now with a stable, clear mind. A mind that isn't so easily pulled around or disturbed by things. And with that, he's done. The Buddha finishes the poem, stands up, and simply walks back to his dwelling. He leaves Samiti and all the other monks with these incredible verses, but with zero explanation of what they really mean in practice. Talk about a cliffhanger, right? So you can imagine the scene, right? The monks are just left there buzzing. They've got the words, but that deeper meaning, it's just out of reach. They know this is important, but they just can't quite fit the puzzle pieces together. So what do you do when you've been handed a treasure map, but you don't have the key to read it? They're asking themselves, okay, what does it actually mean to chase the past or be unshaken in the present? They needed someone to unpack it for them. Luckily for them, they knew exactly who to go to, the venerable Mahākaccāna. This guy was famous among the disciples for one very special skill. He was a master at taking the Buddha's short, super condensed teachings and explaining them in beautiful, crystal clear detail. And that's what they do. They go find Mahākaccāna, repeat the Buddha's poem, and ask him for the breakdown. And what comes next is nothing short of a masterclass in practical wisdom. He explains exactly how to have an auspicious night, or really an auspicious life. So first up, Mahākaccāna tackles chasing the past. He says, look, it's not just about remembering something. It's that moment when your consciousness gets bound by a craving for a past experience. You know, like when you're scrolling through old photos on your phone and you stop just remembering and you start trying to relive it, getting totally stuck there, that's chasing the past. Next, longing for the future. This is the exact same trap, just pointed in the other direction. It's when your mind gets hooked on something you don't have yet. That future promotion, that vacation you're planning, a relationship you're hoping for. You set your heart on it and just delight in the fantasy. Your body's right here, but your mind is off living in a moment that doesn't even exist yet. The critical word here is binding. You can totally recall the past without being bound to it. The problem kicks in when you start to delight in that memory, when your mind gets tied to it with craving. You can see it right here. One path leads to freedom, the other leads to bondage. It's a huge difference.
And finally, what about being shaken or agitated in the present? Well, you probably guessed it. It's the same pattern, but it's happening right now. It's when you get so attached and bound by desire for the pleasant sight you're seeing or the great song you're hearing that you get completely carried away by it, losing all your stability and clarity in the process.
Wow, the monks are just blown away. This explanation is so clear, so practical, and so deep. Everything just clicks into place. They thank Mahākaccāna, but just to be sure, they head straight back to the Buddha to report what they've learned.
And here we get to the grand finale of the story. The Buddha listens to their summary of Mahākaccāna's explanation, and he gives him the highest praise possible. He confirms the analysis is perfect, that it's completely authentic. He basically says, that's it, you've got it, that's the teaching.
So, what's the big takeaway for us? The teaching lays out a really clear path. It's all about changing our relationship with time and with our own senses. It's a practice of being fully present without getting swept away by it all. And it's something to be practiced diligently, day and night.
And that leaves us with one final question. Because, this ancient teaching isn't just some historical story. It's a direct challenge to how we live our lives, right here and now. So, given that this present moment is the only thing we ever really have, how will you choose to use it?